Hi guys, welcome back. Everton versus Brighton, 1-1 draw. Instant match reaction. Your match reaction, go.
Right, first, defended really well, played really well for 90 minutes. Unfortunately, Ashley Young was getting absolutely annihilated by the Brighton winger and really should have been replaced probably after an hour. But obviously, the manager left it too late. He could see we were under pressure from the minute we come out in the second half. So I'm quite amazed that he didn't make that change. But, you know, there you go. If I knew what I was talking about, I'd be a manager, wouldn't I?
What did you say about the refs?
The ref, I thought the ref was terrible. Overweight. He looked like he was struggling to get around the pitch. I mean, I've never seen a ref the size of him, and he certainly didn't look fit. I'm 66 years old, and I bet I could run faster than he could. He couldn't keep up with play. He really, we definitely had a hands-on penalty, which wasn't given. VAR, what a waste of time.
And if I'm being honest, we definitely should have had 3 or 4 penalties. The last penalty was a joke. I think it was Tarkowski, wasn't it?
Well, no, it was Calvin Lewin. He actually had him round round his neck.
And literally, bearing in mind, he's literally brought him to the ground, and the ref's not seen that as a penalty. I'm not sure that. Well, I just guess Premiership standard for reffing has just gone down the pan.
Plus, at the end of the day, I didn't realise that when you play football matches, that wrestling was involved. It was almost a forearm smash. So I don't know what the ref was looking at, but he was probably trying to catch his breath and keep up with play at the time. The linesman, again, should have seen it, even if the ref missed it. But at the end of the day, you can't blame them. You know, at the end of the day, the substitution should have been made after an hour. You could see that the winger was roasting Ashley Young. He's not a young man anymore. He's done his bit, you know, so, OK, use him as a bit part player. You've got younger, fitter players on the bench. Use them.
And everybody in the main stand was saying, do a switch, do a sub at like 60 minutes. But no,
honestly,
does what he does normally. There's like 3 or 5 minutes to go. And
there's 4 minutes left in play, and they're bringing on a sub where I can't see the point in that. If you're going to bring on a sub with 4 minutes left, you might as well just leave Young on the pitch. And I think the ref was terrible. We should have had 3 or 4 hands-on clear penalties. I think a few bookings that should have been handed out that weren't. Obviously,
I just think the ref missed so much. Yeah. You know, with VAR, which I was under the impression that it was there to help the ref. But to be honest with you, he didn't get any help from VAR because it took him 20 minutes to decide whether their goal was offside. But everybody in the ground could see that it was offside. So what is the ref looking at? What are the linesmen looking at that they have to keep reverting to VAR? Get rid of it. It's ruining our game.
And I think with all this VAR rubbish, what it's doing is it's another way just to add more time. What they're trying to do is they're playing it to the VAR. They're not playing it to what the linesman and the ref can see. What's happened to where the people that make the decisions for offside and fouls are the refs and the linesmen? The linesmen have got flags to tell you when a goal's offside. And the ref should be able to see that. They're hanging on the goal. If you can't see that that's offside, honestly, just go back to having old-fashioned people. We don't need all this VAR stuff. It's ruining the game. Football is meant to be played by people, not VAR robots. It's ruining the game. Get rid of it.
And how long is it going to be before they do away with refs and just use VAR? Because quite honestly, some of the decisions today were absolutely appalling. It was Sunday League football today by the referee. He was absolutely awful, and he really was struggling to get around the pitch. Almost like you feel like giving him something to a wheelchair or something to get him around. Electric, of course.
And then obviously some of the decisions made, honestly, in the Everton end, people were just screaming at the ref, and I think this isn't Premiership reffing. I think the refs weren't Premiership. The refs were League 2 refs. They weren't Premiership referees. Obviously, that's our opinion. Our opinion doesn't change what the Premiership Premiership refs think. Obviously, we should have had 3 or 4 penalties. That's our match reaction. If you guys think the same, if you guys think different, be sure to tell us. But that's our match reaction. Refs were terrible. Just, yeah.